Princess Malika had a deep love for animals and birds. Every day, she would venture into the jungle to watch the animals and listen to the sweet songs of birds, finding immense joy in their presence. Malika wished she could understand their language and converse with them. One day, as Malika was returning home through the jungle, she spotted a small, injured white snake. Without hesitation, she picked up the snake and brought it to her palace. She nursed it back to health, and soon the snake grew into a healthy adult. Malika was astonished at how quickly the snake had recovered. Curious, Malika asked the snake how it had healed so fast. To her surprise, the snake replied, "Malika, I know what you're thinking. I am not an ordinary snake. I am a magical fairy. I used to watch you lovingly interact with animals and birds in the jungle. I also wish to converse with them like you." Malika was taken aback but intrigued. The fairy continued, explaining that she took the form of a snake because humans often harm snakes out of fear, and being injured was her way of testing Malika's kindness. Convinced of Malika's good heart, the fairy promised to stay by her side always, fulfilling Malika's desire to communicate with animals and birds. From then on, Malika would visit the jungle with a white snake by her side. She could now understand and talk to the animals and birds, bringing her immense happiness. All the animals and birds would gather around her, enjoying her company. Meanwhile, in a nearby kingdom, there lived a greedy king who always wished to be the most powerful ruler. His son Afan was different from him, kind and gentle-hearted, despising his father's ways. Afan developed a passion for hunting and one day, with his soldiers, ventured into the jungle where Malika frequented. To his surprise, Afan saw a beautiful girl surrounded by various animals and birds, seemingly conversing with them. This was Princess Malika. Afan was curious about who she was talking to and why the animals were gathered around her. He approached closer, disguised as a hunter. The animals and birds sensed danger and fled, mistaking Afan for a hunter. Malika, seeing him, questioned his presence in the jungle. Afan clarified that he was not there to hunt, but to explore the beauty of the jungle. Malika, sensing Afan's good intentions, shared her secret about the magical snake and her ability to communicate with animals. Impressed by Malika's kindness and intrigued by the magical snake, Afan realized how wrong he had been about his own father's ambitions. He confessed to Malika about his father's desire for power and how he had been sent to hunt in the jungle. Soon after, Afan and Malika became good friends, bonding over their shared love for nature and animals. Afan learned about the magical snake and Malika's ability, gaining respect for her and her unique gift. However, back in Afan's kingdom, the greedy king grew suspicious of his son's sudden change in behavior and his frequent visits to the jungle. He ordered his soldiers to follow Afan and gather information about Malika and the magical snake. When the soldiers reported back to the king, he became obsessed with possessing such power for himself. He ordered Afan to capture the magical snake and bring it to him. Afan, torn between loyalty to his father and his newfound respect for Malika and the fairy, struggled with the decision. Eventually, Afan decided to confront his father and reveal the truth about the magical snake's nature. The king, blinded by greed, refused to listen and ordered Afan to imprison both Malika and the snake. In the palace dungeon, Malika and the fairy snake remained confined. Afan, regretting his inability to protect them, sought a way to free them. He finally confronted his father, challenging his authority and greed. Enraged, the king attempted to seize the magical powers of the snake for himself. However, when the king touched the snake, it unleashed its magic, revealing the king's true intentions and punishing him for his greed. The king met his end, consumed by his own lust for power. With the kingdom liberated from the king's tyranny, Afan and Malika were freed from captivity. They decided to rule the kingdom together ensuring peace and harmony among all creatures, respecting the magical powers of the fairy snake. Thus, Afan and Malika's friendship blossomed into a deep bond, rooted in their shared love for nature and their commitment to using power wisely. The fairy snake, true to her promise, continued to be their loyal companion, ensuring that Malika's every wish was fulfilled, while reminding them never to succumb to greed and misuse the snake's magic. And so, the tale of Princess Malika, Afan, and the magical fairy snake became a legend of compassion, friendship, and the enduring power of kindness over greed.